Hello everyone, this is Hyperion-Blue-GT here. A brand new update is about to go hybrid mode with online and offline patch for the Crew 2, and also for today's live summit event is about to go back to the first event is Polar Rush as another rerun on the date schedule at October 15th to the 22nd, 2025. So viewers, looks like everything is going to get a lot of excited out there before the upcoming content updates when you're playing on the Crew Motorfest before the 8th season is about to be come out soon until November 5th, 2025. About the 8th season, there's going to be a lot of good features out there like Steam Decks, Friend Pass stands, and branded rims, and also to have two brand new playlists that brings out to have a Street Racing Underground, and of course the German manufacturer brand BMW is about to be on the way in Motorfest. But there's more to that. I bet there's going to be a lot of good upcoming content updates until 2026 is about to be moving on and forward. As the 9th season in March 4, 2026, NASCAR is coming to the Crew Motorfest as well, along with a Track Forge, RC cars, and one brand new playground island is about to have a lot of good place to go out and have some fun to have yourself to go for a best racing of excitement. But I bet this is going to get a lot of good excited moment out there because Ubisoft and Ivory Tower is about to cook things up to have a lot of good features for some major upcoming updates. But it's about time to have a good placement on the online mode because the Wi-Fi symbol as the main features is about to be putting up to go for different ways, and this will consider this as the final patch of the update as well. But speaking of which, as I'm about to be prepared to go for only one Team Summon, better make sure to have 3 restricted vehicles along with 6 events and 3 skills will be taken on, and the cold team temperature is about to get a little bit more chilly out there. But don't forget, you might have to get everything what you have so far out there after the first start of the live summit event like this one. But talk about doing the best time to go encore, and I've been craving up to have this main segment. We'll go participate to have this one. We'll be racing in online only for this main part of the live summit event. So I had to get ready and ready to take on for the first ever Team Summit event as a main set at the second encore. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. So let's get started and ready to go for today's live summit event. Alright. Pole position all clear once again, and update for my improvement in rank 5 41st place in 1,284,909 points. But I just really bet this is going to be bringing out to have a good moment when you're entered for only one good current live summit event as you're about to go in online mode session. Well, maybe I'll have to give it a try and see what happens if I had to switch it to offline mode session after finishing up for only one current live summit event. Looks like LA Lowriders are about to be date on schedule by coming soon as another encore of the rerun. But you know the 4 prizes and new players to get this one will be received for free until this event will be over soon. Time to go off-roading and heading up to St. Julian's Peak. Here I come. We'll go diving up and go dive down into the mountains. So let's start out to have the Land Rover Works B8 70th Edition 2018 to have some change of vanities. We'll have to go off-roading and cold temperatures to be element to have a nice icy underglow, just in case to have a one good team element to have one single event at a time. One skill at least, but I'm about to go dive down below and take the escape. We'll drive away. I'm sure if I had to take the right side path, this will get a little bit more safe and clear. Just had to cross my fingers because I'm just gonna have to keep driving, off-roading, and steeping up the jumps. But there's one contact by the tree. Gonna have to go boost it quickly, and here comes the main path of the hill to avoid contact onto the heavy rocks. Okay, here comes the red zone kicks in. Better hurry up quickly. Better watch out for the tree, and gonna have to take that yard distance to be almost in 2,787 yards. That's a 15 skill for daily, and let's see the tally up results to have one single attempt. Okay, halfway there by 53,000 points. Okay, maybe not good enough. I'll have to try for attempt 2 and keep up to go diving down into the hills to keep a good steep of the elevation. Practice makes perfect, and choosing the best approach is going to be a one-way ticket to get up to 100,000 yards, just to be planned and exactly that you're done this so far out there to have one single skill at a time. But it's about to get rough. Just have one touch of the rock and coming through. Okay. Out from the mountains and go straight directly to have a nice good clear the path. But I still might need to take one single chance at this one. Off-roading does matter. One single jump, and Nitro will kick it up into high gear. Okay, very close, so I just made it in 3,833 yards. Let's see the second attempt results. Fair enough, and adds up with 1,433 points is good to go. That's one skill check, and speed trap will have to take place as usual to be heading out to have some nice two choices at Glacier Park for the drag race or Alpha Grand Prix discipline. So I have to brace myself as I'm about to use the KTM Export R Alpha Grand Prix Edition 2016. Is going to be a faster quick to do one method at a time. But 8 speed does count, and here it is right now to go for a pizza cake, quickly to go for only 270.8 miles per hour, just to have this one to do your own recommended example. But one good record achieved, and here's 103,167 points has been earned for a brand new record after taking minutes of minor attempts to go for a figuration to choose your own ways of methods. But third skill coming up, St. Julian's Peak, Here I Come, and aerobatics will go fast favor to be switch vehicles will be take on the skies. From the wilderness to the asphalt and heading back to the mountains. Let's match the figures and go for the first checkpoint. Gonna have to take the checkpoint 2 to go matching up and aim towards the center. Okay, checkpoint 3 going in. Just have one good boost nitro coming up, and Fort 1 just to have the matching figures to go skill for only one air race discipline as I'm currently using for the Harmon Rocket HR3 2018. Okay, a bit more average. Just have to go quickly to have a double times of attempt just to put myself to go for one minor check of the detail. Okay, a little bit more ace on the skill. Okay, well done. One more, and finish line on the goal. Alright, that's better. That's only have 18 seconds before the time runs out, and 32,347 points has been earned, obtained, and one attempt record to go up in 151,295 points. But good thing the dashboard and the Y-Bike icon has been still remain is going available to have one single activity when you're on online session. That's all 3 skills well done. Now let's have 60 bands will go green light to take on in the cold temperature deemed condition. So let's start out and have Jersey City will be take on the cold temperature for only 3 laps as all Alpha Grand Prix race cars to be set and go for no restriction only, as I'm about to go back to the KTM Export R Alpha Grand Prix Edition 2016 with my UDRS Ins Protect livery. Let the high-speed rush in Polar Rush begins, and Here I Come will be ready to take on the track. We'll be faced up with a cold temperature in 3 laps. Friday is already here, and good thing I just come here on time and the moment during the month of Cartober to have all kinds of various vehicles when you're about to have your own plan of creativity. But I'll have to get down underway, but I still have the current progression as I had to be moving on in day 16 after I just got everything checked before moving on in day 17. So I had to get myself focused, and Here I Come, we'll go cooking up with the racing of strategy to get up on the podium. Got to stay on track on the hairpin and go follow through to have the main turn to go on the dirt sector to have some few turns and corners. So I had to go inside and outside, so I had to name it Clean Well to be improvised. Okay, that's more like it. First lap clear and slide around to go on turn 1. So I might have to get a little bit more faster quickly as I can. This race and the snow condition is about to get a little bit more chill on the cold. Okay, very excellent to have a nice good full control on the Expo R. Just right well to tame the bull. Okay, keep it steady. Marker on the final turn. 7.3 seconds update and go straight directly to the final lap. Don't slow down. You might have to get a little bit faster and tame it to go full control. That's why I'm about to pack up with my own perk just to get a little bit more clarified to have the skill of opportunity to be mastered and fully achieved to be tamed in the cold temperature. 10% to go. Just have to clip up the apex and take the last 3 turns. Okay, all done. Now, gonna have to beat the time in under 2 minutes, and there it goes right now. Wow, that was a lot of rush, and made it on the effort to have a good placement in 1 minute, 59.618 seconds, and there it goes right now for the new record, just to go for a round of the follow-up catch-up after this. But instead, it still have a lot of fun out there to have all 6 events in Polar Rush just to be planned and go back to the very beginning like you're about to be participate for the first time. Now let's go to Rally Raid and heading out to Arch Park Trail. This was to go for another batch of no restriction only until 3 events will have to take the next phases to have a later on moment. So I had to choose my own pick and go for the Rally Raid build go to be settled in. I hope you guys are about to be ready to go again. This time, I'm about to choose the Hummer HX Concept 2008 to be set and go for the Not Your Chemist as I'm about to stay focused on the route and ace that course will feel the rush and get faster to have a cold temperature in about 3 seconds to go down by around in 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So I had to beat the time in 4 minutes and I'm about to get my mind to be settled on focus to have the example on the trail line. First turn and off-road drifting to have a good eyes on area checkpoint 1. Okay, that's 5.6 seconds, doing well, and ace up to go for 1, jumping up the effort, and 454 is the only skill of success. Okay, that's area checkpoint 2 clear. Progression is going up in 17%. Got to stay on track. And watch out to avoid the contact onto the large rocks. Alright, that's more like it. Just be patient until the 6th gear will stay on top of it. Very nice. Slide around and good turn on the drifting. Okay, absolutely doing well to have a 1 good skill, excellent racing off-roading practice. The challenge is going to do the real deal. Just wait until the halfway point to get up in 50% so I know what to do and get down to do some inside turn on the off-road drifting. Right on cue, halfway point in 50% around in Arch Park Trail. Time to go hill climb. Okay, excellent, and gonna have to get closer to have the dirt trail to go in and out. Alright, now let's go wide open area, so I have to choose my approach and take 1 good airborne jump to have a ventilator to go refill by short seconds. So let's giddy up and yeehaw for the checkpoint. Nice and very good. Okay, down to 18% to go. Gonna have to go around to have that hairpin when entered to have a rocky pad areas. Gonna have to tap up the boost a little bit and kick up to go tearing up the dirt and drifting as planned. Just have the next one, and finish line is inside right over here. Gonna have to take the left side and straight towards the podium to have a best lap time to go over by 3 minutes, adding up with 6.293 seconds. Fantastic, and 454 just finally got a good skills on the cold temperature in 114,483 points. Nicely job, and very well appraisal to have a one scene of reminder to have a pop-up scene to go for a reminder to subscribe to my channel. So let's go to New York City in Upper East Side, and I'll have to take my own pick to go for drift discipline to be set as a no restriction only. Now I'm about to go and choose the creator's DeLorean DMC-12 Outer Drip Edition 1981 to be set, and chain combo is the very good best steps to go chain up on the snow temperature condition to have the elements with electric underglow. Decide to get my mind focused and let the drifting masterpiece will go planned and created to have a good skills of talent. So I had to ace that course and drift it all the way to go adding up with a nitro. Okay, gonna have to keep it slow and stay around to go endure. Alright, gonna have to stay on track. So I have to keep myself to go maintain focus and make this event to go for a masterpiece of success. Just have to stay together, keep it nice and slow, and reinforce it to go kick it up and get back on the faster track. So I'm always have to be well reminded to have a one good chain combo without getting caught of distraction. So I have to be extra careful and avoid the contact on each barriers onto the yellow and red sides. Got to do this the easy way and the hard way. It's only down to a minute left. Got to hurry up and do quickly as possible. Okay, wait for it. Good effect on drifting, and very excellent to have a good stay on track balance without one single tap of the contact. Down to 33 seconds left. So I won't hold back. Just make it a little bit more medium open. Okay, very good. Just have to get things clear. Sling up and drifting ring. Okay, time's up, and there you go. Wow, that's 611,490 points, and that is one good skill of the drifting in the sling of this winter. Just as usual, 155,664 points as 7 legendary loot parts for drift category has been obtained and earned successful before proceed to the combo event, as race number 4 will be heading around in Harlem. Better grab the Red Bull RP14. This is about to get extreme tricky for only 7 street race versus 1 F1 race car will be ready up and go for the main combo event. As it gets tougher for only one single race in 2 laps just to be as usual, but I just really think if I had to get my mind focused on this one to get up to 100,000 points as a key racing objective during Polar Rush as a current rerun just like the first and original Live Summit event. But at least I'm about to go cribbing up and get a lot of hard work out there to have a good suitable strategy to get up and get much more faster in only just under 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So let me do all the hard work, and I'll have to get down to do one single boost at a time to go head start after overtake with 7 street racing vehicles. But this is going to get a little bit more moderation to keep it up and stay on the line to keep things up to go in one piece. Now, just have to stay slow and have the checkpoint going clear before one jump coming up towards the elevation rail to have your best approach and make that mark to go for a guide of direction. Okay, close call. Just have to save it later on for the second lap. Okay, very nice. Quickly to be possible and stay on track after just doing a lot of practice out there. Okay, checkpoint clear. 10.9 seconds on the gap. Okay, curving up the sidewalk just like you're about to step on the apex. Okay, going in. Last turn check. Slow handling and contact by a parked vehicle. Good grief. Now gonna have to keep up on lap 2. Halfway point in 55%. Come on, I still got this one. Just make that turn clear and don't get yourself lose the grip by slippery on the terrain. Okay, coast is clear. Now one jump coming up and hop on the rail. Here it comes. One airborne jump coming in and checkpoint to be back on track. So I have a good eye on 18.2 seconds on the gap. Just have to get closer to have 2 more, and then 20-second gap is going to be good and improved to be required to have a single achievement. Got to stay on track and go tap up the boost to go shortly directly. Okay, here comes the finish line. Gonna take it, and there you go. Absolutely well done, and total time to be stopped by 2 minutes, 18 seconds with a decimal of 0.408. Nicely job, and new record, just to be planned and do a lot of practice until you're about to do the real deal of the challenge. So that means penultimate race number 5 is coming up to have a 2 choice of decision, is about to get a little bit more safer and nicer. But instead, looks like a little bit more challenging to go street racing to the big cow. Here we come, and this time BMW M5 will be going in again for another time. It's all modified and good to go for 824 horsepower as the top speed in 227 miles per hour. Adding up with the Nitro Camis has been planned and goes settlement to have a 3 restricted vehicle only. Got to make sure if I had to go fast quickly as possible to face up to go racing in the streets, and the snow temperature itself is about to get a little bit more icy on the terrain. Time to master the BMW M5 to have a spirit up and performance is brought about. First place coming up and head start to take the lead by crossing the first checkpoint. And it's going well, heading up to have a good start to see the M5 to go high speed racing in action to face the heat and face the cold temperature. It turns out very nice to have this sporty sedan vehicle is well outfitted to be modified and get ready to have a true spirits of BMW's motorsport division to have a title in performance. But it gets tricky as usual, so I have to stay clean and stay focused on the route. We'll have to ace that course to be finishing up in one race as a sprint course to go by a podium. Next turn coming up. Got to get closer and make it much more mark on the checkpoint to go all clear. Practice makes perfect. Always have to keep on racing, stay clean, and stay focused to have your best ever out there whenever you're about to be reaching up to have one single race and face up the cold temperature. Okay, checkpoint going clear. Now enter the Silver Hills. We'll be proceed onward. Well, I kinda think about the upcoming update for the Crew Motorfest in Season 8 is gonna get a little bit more taste of excitement to have some underground street racing, and BMW playlists are about to go for an interesting best of surprise. But I'm always down to have a best feature playlist for all kinds of manufacturer brands after the start of Lamborghini and onwards to have some different European manufacturer brands. But BMW is the best place to be here in Motorfest after the previous update by the latest is Ferrari. But all kinds of European brands are about to be having a best feature playlist. It's all about the heritage of the history. That's why history is important in life sometimes, viewers. That's why car culture is the best place in the house. So here goes, and reaching up on the 7-gear transmission, kick it up and go up in 200 miles per hour to be reaching up by additional 212. Checkpoint going clear, progression going up in update in 72%. There's the big cow, viewers. When pass by and come around to go proceed to have the main route to stay focused. Almost there. Okay, very nice. Just have one more checkpoint and then the straightaway is coming right on in. Okay, here comes the S's. Better be ready for it. This one to take sideways to keep the handling check and stay together. Just one more. Full stretch coming in and take the finish line has been clear. Alright, now that's a 3 minute, 13.641 seconds has been cleared by receiving another legendary bundle. That's a very good 118,409 points and good to go for Pacific Coast for the hot powerboat discipline, as I'm about to be ready to get set on the final event in Polo Rush for number 6. Alright, last event, here I come, and this is going to get closer to have the third batch for the vehicle restriction only after all 5 events and 3 skills has been checked, quickly done, and much more possible to do some perspective ways to have the change up for this main segment. So, let's have my UDRS Inspirtech livery on the Proto Offshore Mark II will be ready up and turn on the heat temperature on the inside before the last race in 3 seconds. We'll go high tide to set sail to go in the cold temperature in Pacific Ocean. Got to take the right side and pull out the nitro to help myself to go first place on head start. One jump coming up. Glide around and steer well directly to the left as checkpoint 2 clear. I've been planning for myself all day and be ready up to have the last event to go save it for a powerboat later on until now. So next checkpoint coming up, and follow the arrows that will lead us to the finish line to go clear, and the waves is waiting for us. That's 6.9 seconds to be checked. Moving on forward and wait until the lighthouse will be go on the signal to be on the lookout. Just come on, just have to take that checkpoint clear. Halfway point is complete. And here it is right now. Before the next one, we'll have to take that turn before reaching up into the rough waves. And here it is right now. Gonna be ready for everything. This one to take seconds on jump refill nitro on ventilated. This one to take a little bit more easy step and get focused to have the current checkpoint to go clear by passing around onto the cruise liner ship. So that's 17.8 seconds clear. Still got this one, and finally got a good ways to go master this event and the powerboat itself. Okay, don't slow down. Just have to get a little bit more closer out there to have a finish line. It's right here and eyes on sight. Alright, nicely done, and that's a minute 45.751 seconds has been successful, clear, and well done by obtained in 107,808 points. Well, I'll have to keep it rolling for a comment, and at least this will have to be converted to have a spare amount of parts that might need to be recalibrated. So once again, Platinum Arrival in rank 513 place in 1,150,401 points has just doing well out there in just 3 days left to go before the third week is coming up soon. But looks like Netherite is about to be coming up until the 22nd through the 29th of October before at the end of the month, along with Treat Journey as well before placement to go for Mutual Month in the first week of November. But you know what to do, viewers. This will have to be pack up your in the first week of November. I'll have to set myself for a reminder. This is going to be the most important live summit event for every month at the end of October. So make sure grab the DMC 12 for the street race discipline, followed by the Proto Concept post performance and the Force vehicle, including with the Dodge Charger RT Hemi as a rallycross discipline. 1 touring car, 1 street race discipline as a no restriction only, and 3 skills to have 2 types escape and speed trap as well. But I'll have to get down to it and exit the live summit event to see what happens if I had to be prepared to go for an outline patch. I'll have to find out and see how it happens to go for additional feature for this main part of the final update. The Crew 2 is available online. The Crew 2 is available online. Your online Hang on one moment. Just have to get set up. Including with a Dodge Charger as well. But I'll have to get down to it and exit the live summit event to see what happens if I had to be prepared to go for an outline patch. I'll have to find out and see how it happens to go for additional feature for this main part of the final update. The Crew 2. Okay, final part of the update. The Crew 2 is available offline. Your offline progression will be based on a local copy of your online save. Generate and update your offline save based on your online progression when you want in a dedicated tab. The Crew 2 is available offline. Your offline progression will be based on a local copy of your online save. Generate and update your offline save based on your online progression when you want in a dedicated tab. So let's generate a new offline save and see what happens. Okay, looks like this is very good, so let's hold back to the login screen and see what else happens. Alright, looks like offline is good to go, and let's see how it happens. I bet this is going to be much more doing the same method, just like you're about to be on online mode when playing in the Crew 2. Along with the Crew Motorfest as well, it also brings out to have some 2 ways to have a hybrid mode for this feature update, with exception of the first installment in the Crew 1. But looks like the dedicated servers as the Crew Okay, now just to be exactly to have the first ever introduction about this hybrid mode has been now available. But thank you Ubisoft and thank you Livery Tower. This feature update is now been set to have all kinds of different features when you're in offline mode by playing the Crew 2. So your offline progression will be based on a local copy of your online save. Generate and update your offline save based on your online progression when you want in a dedicated tab, and some store purchases can be Okay, dedicated tab, and store purchases can be and store purchases can only be collected through an online save. As the title itself, join thousands of passionate players on their Discord account. Sounds nice and very good, achieved to have a big thank you success. Well, at least it turns out to have all kinds of different features when you're playing in offline mode, all kinds of different activities on street race, off-road, freestyle, in offline mode. In offline mode, but you in offline mode, but you can participate in street race, off-road, freestyle, pro racing, live extreme series, stories, hobbies, and Motorflix events, and even of course to have the map itself will remain available to be included. But I kinda say this is the only one best important request for everyone, and okay, now just to be exactly to have a first ever introduction about this hybrid mode has been now available. But thank you Ubisoft and thank you Livery Tower. This feature update is now been set to have all kinds of different features when you're in offline mode by playing the Crew 2. So your offline progression will be big and store success. Help join thousands of passionate players on their Discord account. Sounds nice and very good, achieved to have a big thank you success. Well, at least it turns out to have all kinds of different features when you're playing in offline mode. All kinds. Okay. When you're playing in offline mode, and that would be a big moment to put myself by finishing up a lot of good activities by taking part in my own full walkthrough ever since from day one. But you can still available to participate in street race, off-road, freestyle, pro racing, live extreme series, and stories from Motorflix, American Legends, and hobbies as well. But I kinda say different tabs available when you're about to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile itself. But it does count to have an offline logo has now been seen to go for the Wi-Fi symbol has been well crossed, and the pilot itself and the vehicle has still remained to be available. But I don't know what else should we have to do for next one, as we're about to be ready to proceed to stories from Motorflix, American Legends, and hobbies as well. But I can't say different tabs available when you're about to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile itself. But it does count to have and profile itself. but sometimes going alone as one player only, but in that case, you may have to be able to go and play online whenever you like to be formed as a crew. But that's why achievements is important when you're about to be playing for the second installment in the crew, just like the Crew 1 and Motorfest. But I kind of say that is quite very interesting to have some very different features, just like the online mode progression. But offline, just have to put yourself to have a nice alone time when you're about to go finishing up a lot of progress and activities itself. But furthermore, as I really think about this update, it's going to be a best big thank you to Ubisoft to have this good feature that brings out to have all of us to be planned and requested for this month in October. But everybody likes it, and this is going to be the best time. We'll be continuing on when you're playing in the Crew 2. We'll be ready to wrap it up before at the end of the current video. But whenever I like to go in
time when you're about to go finishing up a lot of progress and activities itself. But furthermore, as I really think about this update, it's going to be a best big thank you to Ubisoft to have this good feature that brings out to have all of us. But furthermore, as I really think about this...
As I think about this offline update for the Crew 2 is very perfect for all of us, as we still have a chance. We'll be doing a lot of progress to get back up and get settled in to have some unfinished events on all events. But furthermore, as I think about this offline feature for this patch is perfect for all of us, as we're about to be continuing on to have our journey and progression. Just to be having all activities will have to be maxed out towards 100% complete. But I just really think about all the activities that new take and action. But furthermore, as I think about this offline patch is perfect for all of us, as we still have a chance to get back and do some more activities to get up by 100% complete in all 5 selections, including Motorflix itself. Let's try this again. Messed it up. But furthermore, this offline patch, as you're about to see this icon by display, is But furthermore, this offline patch, as you may ever see this icon logo, is about to be changed from yellow to black. But we still have a lot more chance to go to have some more activities and events, as we're about to be ready to move on forward by wrapping up at the end of the current video. It turns out nice and very amazing out there to have this main feature to go anywhere if you're about to go online or offline, to be having a best part to go in the Crew 2 hybrid mode update. Everybody likes it, and also for the Crew Motorfest fans out there to have a very good same feature out there, just like the Crew 2 as well. And the Crew Unlimited is about to have a fan service to
be ready to move on forward by wrapping up at the end of the current video. It turns out nice.
Wrap it up before at the end of the current video. It turns out nice, just like the Crew Motorfest, and everybody likes about this update is about to go for an online activity if you're about to go again to have the best place to go on online mode. But whenever you like to have your own pick, that's why the Crew 2 will be ready to keep continuing on forward. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the cut, let's try this again.
Selections, including Motorflix itself. Yellow to black. But we still have a lot more chance to go to have some more activities and events, as we're about to be ready to move on forward by wrapping up at the end of the current video. It turns out nice and very
wrap this up before at the end of the current video. It turns out nice, and I really think about the Live Summit event will always have to keep continuing on forward when you're in an It turns out nice, and the Live Summit event will always have to be continued. Okay, new take, action. It turns out nice, and the Live Summit event will be moving on forward when you're about to be entered to go back in online mode. But offline mode is going to be a best time to go for racing peaceful relaxation if you're about to think about it, but try not. Okay, ready to wrap this up before at the end of the current video. It turns out nice, and the Live Summit event will be ready to move on forward at. Hang on, cut. Speech just messed up. Okay, ready to wrap it up before at the end of the current video. It turns out nice, and the Live Summit event will always have to be moving on by taking part in online patch. No, online mode, I mean. Okay. It turns out nice, and the Live Summit event will always have to be moving on forward in every week, as online mode will always have to take the session to be ready to continue. Cut.
Forward. If you're about to go again to have the best place to go on online mode. But whenever you like to, just like the crew mode and at the current video. It turns out nice, just like the crew.
Okay, new take and action. At the end of the current video. It turns out nice. Hang on.
Is it good?
Let's try this again. Wrap this up before at the end of the video. As the Live Summit event will be continuing on in online mode, viewers, I'll be willing to go back again soon. Okay, at the end of the video. It turns out well, but luckily the Live Summit event goes on out there when you're playing in online mode. I'll have to be sure. It turns out nice, and hybrid mode is the best. Okay, cut. Wrap this up before at the end of the video. It turns out amazing, nice, and perfect, and I still have a lot of way to go to have a good watchful eye on upcoming Live Summit event when you're playing in online mode. But I'll have to think about it because offline mode is the best place to be here, or anytime in any session to be ready to have myself to go back to my journey to have some more races and the progress on 4th discipline to get back up. No, that's not it. Damn it. Wrap this up before at the end of the video. It turns out well. It turns out well, but I still.
Perfect, and I still have a lot of way to go to have a good watchful eye on upcoming Live Summit event when you're playing in online mode. But I'll have to think of.
When you're playing in online mode. When you're playing in online mode. Maybe I should rather have to plant myself to get back to do some more maybe I'll have to do it right now, and I still have some photo. Maybe I still have some. Ah, damn it.
Let's try this again. Okay, new take. End of the current video. Hang on. But furthermore, as I think about this offline feat had to be maxed out towards 100% complete. But I just really think about all the activities and icon logo is about to be changed from yellow to black. But we still have a lot more chance to go to have some more activities and events as we're about to be ready to move on forward by wrapping up at the end of the current video.
Okay, wrap it up before at the end of the current video. But I can still participate in Live Summit event by every week when I'm in at the end of the video. I can still participate in the Live Summit event at any time when I can still participate in every Live Summit event for every week when I'm in online mode, but I'll have to give it both of them as I still have a lot of way to go to be continuing on for my full walkthrough journey as I still have some more activities. Okay, cut.
By taking part in the hub catalog, we play for the set. But furthermore, as I really think about this update, it's going to be a best big thank you to Ubisoft to have this good feature to say that is quite very interesting to crew. Catalog and profile itself. Going alone.
Hang on.
To be ready to be perceived. It's available when you're about to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile itself. Ever since from day one. But you can still available to be participate in street race, off-road, freestyle, pro racing, live extreme series, and stories from Motorflix, American Legends, and hobbies as well. But I kind of say different tabs available when you're about to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile still remain to be available. When you're about to go visit, to be ready to be proceed to. But furthermore, as I really think about this update, it's going to be a best big thank you to Ubisoft.
Hang on, one moment.
This offline update for the Crew 2 is very perfect for all of us, as we still have a chance. We'll be doing a lot of progress to get back up and get settled in to have some unfinished events on all events. All the activities and events, as we still have a chance to get back and do some more activities to get up by 100% complete in all 5 selections, including Motorflix itself. Okay. Okay. And
Hang on one moment. I'm on intermission.
only be collected. Sounds nice and very good. Achieved to have a big thank you success. Well, at least it turns out to have all kinds of different features when you're playing in offline mode. All kinds of different activities on Street Race. As the title itself, join thousands of passionate players on their Discord account. Sounds nice and very good. Achieved to have a big thank you success. Well, at least it turns out to have all kinds of different features when you're playing in offline mode. All kinds of different activities on Street Race.
Okay, let's try this again. Offline mode. All activities like street racing, off-road, freestyle, pro racing, live extreme series, stories, and hobbies itself. All activities are still available on Street Race, Off-Road, Freestyle, Pro Racing, Live Extreme Series, Hobbies, and Stories from Motorflix American Legends. What I kind of think about this good offline patch is quite perfect for all of us, as we still have a chance we'll be ready to get settled in and continue on forward to have some feature activities.
Bike are still available on Street Race, Off-Road, Freestyle, Pro Racing, Live Extreme Series, Hobbies, and Stories from Motorflix American Legends. What I kind of think about this good
Okay, American Legends. With this offline feature, it also shows why the display has been changed from yellow to black with a cross symbol with no Wi-Fi in it. But one available tabs for only 3 of them has been well seen to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile itself. But much more indeed, and we still have a lot of more chance to go. We'll be ready to continue on forward for the live summit event, as I'm about to wrap this up before at the end of the current video. But I still have to be available for participation when I'm in online mode, but offline mode is a well shared to have a hybrid mode feature for this update is a very good excellent change up to have a
has been well seen to go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile itself. A symbol with no Wi-Fi in it. But one available tabs for only 3 of them has been well seen to go visit in the hub, catalog,
catalog, and damn it. To go visit in the hub, catalog, and profile whenever you want. Well, a little bit quick tour has been doing well done and success. Okay, let's try again. On the hub, catalog, and profile as well. But luckily, as we still have available to get back onto the live summit event when you're in online mode, and offline mode is where you can start out to have your journey. We'll do some best times to go peaceful relaxation. Well folks, let's wrap this up and ready to move on. We'll wrap it up at the end of the current video. But I still have to participate to get back into the full walkthrough whenever I want, as I had to be preferred to go with both of them to be well placed to go in online or offline mode to have this feature update to go in hybrid. But much more indeed, and very well to have this good update is quite perfect for all of us, as the journey for the Crew 2 will be ready to move on. So thanks for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DividendArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership is now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for price levels a month with cut. Onto the hub, catalog, and as well.